CRC 556, the toolkit in a can.
Drifting probably one of the fastest growing motorsport. Seeing the young people especially come through the sport and how well they do, that's the same excitement that I had back in the day when I was in the seat.
The start of it all was when Dad bought some cars and started doing skids around town. It was just the thrill of it, like being sideways, throwing heaps of smoke out, just trying not to crash.
As a father, I see he just continually surprises me and yeah, makes you really proud. If we work hard, put the effort in, let's just see where it takes us. So yeah, win, lose or draw, we just go hard and go out and enjoy it.
Everyone wants to go to Japan. That's like the pinnacle of drifting. That's where it started, and I think that's where I want my future to be.
CRC 556, the toolkit in a can.
think probably one of the fastest growing motorsport. Seeing the young people especially come through the sport and how well they do, that's the same excitement that I had back in the day when I was in the seat.
The start of it all was when Dad bought some cars and started doing skids around town. It was just the thrill of it, like being sideways, throwing heaps of smoke out, just trying not to crash.
As a father, I see he just continually surprises me and yeah, makes you really proud. If we work hard, put the effort in, let's just see where it takes us. So yeah, win, lose or draw, we just go hard and go out and enjoy it.
Everyone wants to go to Japan. Hey, that's like the pinnacle of drifting. That's where it started, and I think that's where I want my future to be.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome along to the MSC Challenge for 25-26. We are at top 16 battle time. We are lined up, ready to go, and the drivers are suited and booted, ready to fight their way through to the all-important podium for round number one. We're going to introduce you to our field, starting from left to right, and we start, of course, with the Drift Fox himself, the number one qualifier for today. It is Corbin Wilson, the reigning champion. He's very old these days. He can't even get off the wall for us. That's all right, mate. That's all right. That's Kane, by the way. That's Kane. He's for sale for $100 starting bid if you want to go on a date with Kane. All right, we move to our second and first battle pairing for the top 16 with Corbin having a bye. Let me introduce you to Trent Abina. Trent Abina. And he is battling against the first-time MSC combatant. It is Tory Marsh. Next battle pairing for 2K's Drift. He's been on the podium before. Please make welcome Shane King. Battling against him out of the Drift Academy, a brand new student to drifting. It is John Zhao. Now the next pairing was to have been Riley McEwen, but he has advised out. So going through to the top 8 for Mud Babies, Dan Costello. Always a man to watch. We call him the Wuro fighter. He's back in the battle car. He's going to drive it hard. Jason Wu also has a bye through to the top 8. For Cambridge Automotive, please make welcome Kyle Short. His battle opponent, but he's not lined up at the moment. I'm not sure if he's driving or not. Cody Bothamley. Behind the wheel of the BMW. He was pretty smoky early on, and he's one to watch. Please make welcome Brodie Warren. His opponent also for 2K's Drift and Landmore. Please make welcome Matt King. For RJM Plumbing, my favourite contestant because he fixed my plumbing in my house. Please make welcome Ryan McCook. And that is a sign behind him. Can you zoom in on that just for one quick moment? No? No, you're refusing that. We're going to send you an invoice before we do that. And his opponent in the top 16 is Michael Spicer. Give us a wave, Michael. Come on, mate. One little wave. All right, so that is your top 16, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to get underway with battles. Gentlemen, you can throw your helmets on and get ready. So working in reverse order, Michael Spicer, Ryan McCook, Matt King, Brodie Warren, Cody Bothamley, Kyle Short, Jason Wu, Dan Costello, John Zhao, Shane King, Tory Marsh, Trent Abena, and Corbin Wilson. Your number 1 qualifier has the early points lead. We're about to get underway. We'll get them suited and booted, and Corbin Wilson will kick things off with a bye run, which he needs to do to get into the top 8. Now, of course, if you want to partake in MSC or you want to learn to drift, then one of my favourite sayings each year is give the gift of drift. If you're looking for something for Christmas for that person who you just don't know what to buy for, Drift Academy International could be your solution. Arrive and drive solutions for half and full day options, everything from gloves, suits, boots, helmets. The boys will teach you how to do donuts, how to do figure eights, and who knows, you could even be here competing in MSC Challenge next year, just like the likes of Corbin Wilson, Jason Wu, etc. Tyler West, of course, also another champion of ours. All have been through the Drift Academy International. Give the gift of drift for Christmas. Contact Sky and the team and they'll sort you right out. So Corbin Wilson will have a bye run just to get us into the top 8, and then we'll get into Trent Abena. And his opponent, of course, in that first round is Tory Marsh. So Corbin Wilson will just do a bye run just to get us underway, and then we'll be straight into the 16. Welcome in, and we've got our first bet on the Fox, $10 for the Fox to win from Colo. I won't talk through this one too much because it's just a buy run, bit of a shakedown. Getting into the 16, of course, everyone here at MSC gets at least one battle. That is the beauty of the series. It is a development series based on 235 wide tyres, really designed to hone drifters' craft as they prepare for their next steps in the drifting career. And of course, if you win, you get the FD2 Japan Pro 2 license. So Corbin will just come off the track there. That was just a bypass of him. The rules, of course, are that you do need to complete at least one pass or run to move your way through. We move now to Trent Abena for the Fair Lady Garage. The old ponytail was looking magnificent this morning up against Tory Marsh. First time in the MSC competition for Tory, but we have seen him before in the Knockout Kings comp behind the wheel of a BMW. A couple of low-powered cars here, so they're not going to have high speed, but they are able to make up for that by being spectacular. Let's see how the drivers go as they tip it into that first section. Into the outer, touch and go doesn't count. And Tory Marsh flicking the angle in there. Tory Marsh needs to close up that proximity there, but not able to make much of a dent there with not much horsepower underneath the wheels of that BMW. So it is now going to be all on Trent Abena to deliver a nice close chase there. I believe I'm in for a treat later because Ryan McCook's mum's going to commentate his first battle. I do love mum commentary, it's always fun. I'm never quite sure what they're going to say. Something about give me my bloody garage back, I'm sick of you making noise at 2 a.m. in the morning. See a couple of replays of each pass. Of course, we have our three judges, Sky Zhao, Joe Mulder and Tux Taruya, filling the seats of power today. And we will, of course, welcome, as always, one of our Japanese colleagues for rounds 3 and 4. And away we go with the second part of this battle. Tory Marsh this time will lead it out with Trent Abena in the chase. Trent Abena much closer than Tory Marsh was, starting to make a nuisance of himself, putting some pressure there on Tory Marsh. We know Tory cranks the angle through there, through the touch and go. And here comes Abena, very aggressive there, had to choke himself up. And then Tory Marsh has lost all of his angle out of that run there. And Abena putting the pressure on here. And I would say that it's likely going to be advantage to Abena. Trent Abena, as always, making himself an absolute nuisance there. Put your hands together as he comes along straight there. Abena, just an absolute nuisance of Tory Marsh, and we'll wait for the judges to make a call. And pretty quick unanimous call there it is. Trent Abena through to the top 8. Trent Abena through to the top 8, and he will battle Corbin Wilson, the battle of the 350Zs. I agree with you, David, for an inexperienced driver. Tory doing some good driving out there. Just maybe doesn't quite have that experience to be able to chase with proximity just at this point in his career. Also probably would help if he would have about another 100 odd horsepower, because I think that thing's probably like 3 rubber bands wound up to max at the moment. And it's not raining anymore, so there's no bonus horsepower available. Good afternoon, Mr. West. Sam West tuning in on the live stream. I agree, Adam. The E36 is pretty gangster. Tori did a great job out there, and we do. So every year too, I've brought in this thing I call the Jakey Award. You get a free pass up and a bottle of Lynx Africa. Right, it's the Jakey Award for the most improved driver. It's something I give out after the fourth and final round for the most improved driver. So always keen to know what you guys think as we kind of watch competition just work its way through. So this is going to be Shane King. This is usually about where Lisa jumps into the chat and gives one of the boys a shout out up against John Zhao, a new competitor here. That's an old familiar, that car. That's an old Faithful Drift Academy car. You might have heard me say earlier, even I've driven that car. That car's been around that long. Shane King will be one to watch. He always winds the RB up and leans on that limiter as we get to the battle portion of the event. Gets out to that outside, gets through the touch and go. There's Shane King giving those big long strokes of the pedal there, just leaning into that RB, staying off the limit. John Zhao doing what he can. And that is a... I'm actually pretty impressed with John Zhao that time out. John Zhao is a very new driver, and that was a pretty good chase for a guy who hasn't done a whole lot of battling there. But Shane King... Shane King delivering a nice lead run there, and hello Sarah King tuned in there. Go Shane. I love the shout outs on the live stream, by the way. You guys are my co-commentators for this because Sky doesn't want to pay anyone else and you guys are free. That's the truth of the matter, right? We haven't got our roof yet. Sky don't want to pay anyone else and you guys all like hearing your shout outs read out, so this is how we roll. See what Shane does in the chase now. John Zhao pretty steady out there in the lead run. He's going to fill that outside zone number 2 pretty nicely. Shane King just giving him a little bit of room here, just not closing up too much. A little bit of a loss of angle there for Zhao out front. Shane King nice in the proximity there. Observation there, maybe John Zhao just struggling to hold the car at angle there, just maybe showing that inexperience a little bit. But nice job there for Shane King in the... I'll get that out of the way now because Ryan's parents are here. So if I say that later on, maybe you just wanted your garage back. You didn't want grandkids, right? You just wanted them. Oh, you did say move out, though, didn't you? I think you did say you wanted them to move out as well, something like that. Hello, Bruce. We miss you, mate. We do miss you, Bruce. It's not quite the same without you up here just losing your mind as the stream does whatever it does. It is weird to me to watch one of these tractors go past behind us and think that tractor's probably worth more than all these drift cars. So Jason Wu has a bye here. Jason Wu will have a bye and he'll just do a single pass. Then it's Brody Warren up against Matt King. So Shane King did get the win. Shane King did get the win. So We have Corbin Wilson into the top 8, and he is up against Trent Abina. And we have Shane King already through into the 8, and he will be battling Dan Costello. So that is how the top 8 stacks up on the left-hand side of the draw. Top qualifier for today was Corbin Wilson, the Drift Fox. Top qualifier for the day, of course, Corbin Wilson, the Drift Fox, so that earned him the bye run. Jason Wu, the number 2 qualifier, he is now on a bye run as well. We only have 14 cars today. So the top 2 get a bye run into the top 8. Vishal is, of course, Vishal, who's tuned on the live stream, is one of the team from NZKW. Hello to the team at NZKW. Good place to source your parts from if you're midway through a drift car build. Maybe you want to set up yourself with a sim, something like that. All right, Brodie Warren and Matt King. Brodie Warren, Matt King. Some debate as to if that's a new car for Matt King. It's a different colour and it's different motors, so close enough to a new car if you ask me. It's a big gap off the start line there for Brodie Warren. He's just rocketed away from Matt King. Matt King needs to close up the proximity there. Brodie Warren needs to get out to that outside zone. Does that nicely through the touch and go. He'll go. Able to freestyle this line through here. There's nothing on the outside of the track there. And then Matt King. Matt King has gone around, and now Brodie Warren needs to complete this run here. Brodie Warren must complete his run, and then he will have a big advantage. So that's a big advantage there to Brodie Warren. He's going to put some pressure here on Matt King. Don't forget to send all of your messages, shout-outs, etc. We'll try and read them out. Your favourite drivers can hear you, and they certainly do appreciate the messages of support as they do their best to put on a show here for you. A lot of them are very early in their drift careers, and it certainly helps to settle the nerves knowing that there are people out there cheering on their each and every move. Now, we know that Brodie Warren has an advantage through this pass, so just got to make sure he doesn't get trapped into making a mistake here. Matt King, all he can do here is try and put on the best run he can, but Matt King out of drift there, and that will be shut down, and Brodie Warren will go through, I would say, off that. So Brodie Warren really nowhere left to go there as Matt King came off the track, so caused both to go out of drift, and I'd say that will be a pretty easy call there. 1, 2 and 3 it is, Brodie goes through. 1, 2 and 3 it is, Brodie goes through. So Brodie battles Jason Wu in the top 8. He made her way up here to talk to me. Come on over this way. Otherwise, if we stand there, we make the camera bounce. Now you're up here because your husband kindly threw you under the bus and said, "Well, talk to the boss. Talk to the boss." So you gotta hold the microphone a little bit closer there because otherwise it doesn't pick up. But
sure.
I understand you'd like your garage back.
Just a bit of it, at least to put one of our cars in would be nice.
How long has it been since either of your vehicles was last in the garage?
Gosh, years, absolute years.
Right.
What with the stager and everything. But
Now,
that's fine, we're used to it now.
do you want to try calling your son's run here? Do you want to describe what's going on here, or no? Just a fan, you just want to watch.
I just really wanna
Right, so
make
Ryan's
sure
out front, the CA18. Little Sylvia there, he gets out nicely to the outside, goes through the touch and go, doing a nice job out here in the lead position, giving Michael Spicer something nice and tight. Oh, he's tipped it off the edge of the track there, so he's put a wheel in the dirt. There's going to be a deduction there for Ryan McCook. It was looking tidy there. Michael Spicer, though, in the chase position, doing a pretty solid job, and this is going to be an interesting battle with Ryan making a mistake out the front there. Ryan, as I understand it, hasn't had a lot of seat time in this car, though. It's the first time he's driven it.
That's right, yeah. Really only came out of the garage proper the last few days, I think. He's tests on it, so he's doing really well first day on.
Now, for some unknown, bizarre reason, before this he had a fetish for very big, heavy cars.
Yeah.
Had the Stagia that he
Black
just
Stagia.
wouldn't give up on. And then I understand from talking to your husband before, he got to basically driving this car for the first time and wondered why he'd ever spent his time in it.
Absolutely. What a change. I think this is it now. Maybe selling the Stagia, you never know.
Isn't there? There's a few Stagias though, aren't there?
Yeah, there's a few,
There's a
yeah,
few. He's got a bit of a
storage.
problem. He's got a Stagia addiction.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Right.
All
Neat.
told, he's got about 5 cars, I think.
Right. So your son's just had a little bit of an incident there. That's actually his fault that the dirt's all over the track there. So we're probably going to have to do a little bit of a clean up there. But as a mum, you're talking to Ryan. You're trying to get him back in the right headspace. What are you saying to him right now?
Just keep focused.
Well, focus is right because he's right on that rear corner.
Yep.
Oh, he's pushed them wide. Now I think
doing
Michael
okay.
Spicer's led him up there. Now this is going to be really interesting for the judges to try and call there because Ryan McCook basically was putting the pressure, and then there's another mistake for Michael Spicer. Now this is almost... Look, I don't know your son that well, but that felt like that pissed off Ryan driving. He was angry with himself for that first run. Is that right?
Looks like it. But, there's only a bumper that's lost, so don't worry about it.
Has he got a little bit of a temper on him? Has he got a bit of a Jekyll and Hyde thing?
Not
Like, no,
necessarily,
because he tried to beat his car up before. I don't know if you saw that, but when he spun out, he tried to beat his car up on the track. There was some fist thumping. So,
It's called passion.
all right, 1, 2, 3, all for Michael. Michael goes through. Ryan McCook is out. Michael goes through. Ryan McCook is out. That was your mum, buddy. That was your mum's fault. It's called a commentator's curse. So, welcome to the commentary, CEO of RJM Racing. That's what we call a commentator's curse. You talk about your son driving and he falls off the track.
Yeah,
Well done.
that's great.
Thank you very much. Any final messages for Ryan? No?
That's good. Well, just keep going.
Just keep going.
Keep at it.
Do you know what? It's all Ryan Murdoch's fault anyway. Anything that went wrong, all Ryan Murdoch's fault. Judges, just while I'm wandering back here with the microphone, that last run there, the second pass that we saw, was there a score on that, or was that a 0-0? Just out of interest.
The second run.
Second run, yeah, with both of them sort of making mistakes.
Oh, yeah.
and
So the second
going
run,
off the track.
at the initiation, Ryan was trying to initiate very, very close from the start.
Yeah.
And we actually end up going way too wide. At least have 2 wheels off, completely off on that side, and coming in really tight.
Right.
And then mess up his line and fully straighten. So I guess he's really trying to apply the pressure. It's just, however, just a little bit too messy and a lot of dirt dropping.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Judge Zhao. So I think we're getting a request after Kyle Short's. So Cody is out there. So then we've got Brodie Warren and Matt King. What's happened here? Are we just running out of order? Are we? Are we just out of order here? Was Cody Did Cody call a 5? Was it a 5? Just a delay. Okay. Just checking. I just need to know, just if anyone asks. Kyle Short, Cody Bothamley. Kyle Short, Cambridge Automotive sponsored machine. Certainly got some speed in that car. Looked like it hooked up really well through that first zone there, and it ran away from Cody Bothamley in the Arctic Motorsport sponsored entry. Certainly hazing up those rear tyres, and Cody Bothamley, oh, the New Zealand Police Force off the inside of the track. You cannot park there, officer. Yes, I just did that. Hopefully, we might need to edit that one out later before we put that one on YouTube. All complaints, of course, to Skyzone Motorsports D-Speak Academy. Hello to all your people over there behind the fence too. Hello, I hope you're enjoying watching over there. The reason you're behind the fence is because we don't have a spectator permit, so you're not actually allowed in here. It's you're part of the staff or crew, so that's why you guys are over there and we're over here. I do appreciate the thought though in bringing your own chairs and sitting on the roof. That seems very clever. I like that. So Cody Bothamley will lead this time. I think Kyle Short's definitely got a bit more speed, so he might need to sit back a little bit here, or he might drill the door of Cody Bothamley. Oh, Cody. Oh, no. Somebody call 911. We need a recovery. It's gone. So I think that one should be pretty self-explanatory there. And just one over to the judges, but yeah, I think a pretty easy call there for, looks like Kyle's been given the call there that he's won. So no, Cat's just turning them around so they're facing the right way for the decision. And the call there is unanimous in favour of Kyle for Cambridge Automotive. Kyle, you get the win. Kyle, you are going through. Well done, Kyle. I think we might just need to get our zones repainted here for the judges, so we might just do a quick tidy up. There is a fair bit of dirt all over the place at the moment. Maybe a good chance to have a quick look at a commercial message, maybe if we've got the one for the Drift Academy somewhere. Give the gift of drift for Christmas. This is one of my favourite.
CRC 556, the toolkit in a can.
Drifting probably one of the fastest growing motorsport. Seeing the young people especially come through the sport and how well they do, that's the same excitement that I had back in the day when I was in the seat.
The start of it all was when Dad bought some cars and started doing skids around town. It was just the thrill of it, like being sideways, throwing heaps of smoke out, just trying not to crash.
As a father, I see he just continually surprises me and yeah, makes you really proud. If we work hard, put the effort in, let's just see where it takes us. So yeah, win, lose or draw, we just go hard and go out and enjoy it.
Everyone wants to go to Japan. That's like the pinnacle of drifting. That's where it started, and I think that's where I want my future to be.
CRC 556, the toolkit in a can.
Alrighty, so we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Top 8 time here at the MSC Challenge for 25-26. We're into the top 8. Bit of a clean-up had to be done on track there. Just a couple of dirt drops in our top 16, and we are about to see our top 8 kick off with Corbin Wilson and Trent Urbina, and $20 if those guys don't hit each other, to be fair. A couple of 350Zs will be swapping some paint and panel work. We know neither of them will hold back. I'm pretty sure they crashed into each other in practice, to be honest. Then we got Shane King up against Dan Costello into the top 8. Shane King against Dan Costello. Jason Wu and Kyle Short. That's going to be an interesting battle with Jason not quite looking as aggressive maybe as we've seen out of him in past. And then Brodie Warren and Michael Spicer in a pair of the D-Spec cars. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that those guys are going to get pretty close to each other as well. And no matter what happens, if they crash, then someone's getting a bill from Bossman Sky. So that's how things are going to play out here in the top 8. Sky just said, don't crash my cars. Doesn't want to have to fix anything. As always, let me know who your favourite drivers are, who you're supporting here in the top 8 as we head from 8 to 4 to. Then we go to the top 4 for the results. Bit of a debate earlier on as to which car was the better looking, the Mud Babies S13 of Dan Costello, or the police academy, the police liveried Arctic Motorsport car of Cody Bothamley. Let me know if you have an opinion either way. Corbin Wilson, the number 1 qualifier, will lead away here against Trent Urbina. Trent Urbina will be at a horsepower disadvantage here, but he won't hold back. He'll just make a nuisance of himself. He'll park himself right on the door there of the ProWare 350Z. Corbin Wilson has the LS1 underneath the bonnet, having lost the primary competition engine. Now this is where Urbina can make a real pest of himself. Trent Urbina with some real good proximity here. Trent doing a great job here, and Corbin Wilson leaving the door open for him nicely. So Trent Urbina doing what he can here with the limited power available to him. He's got the air-conditioned 350Z look going on. And put your hands together for Urbina and Wilson. I think Trent Urbina's got the Celine Dion cranked now. He's got the speaker back in the car. He's found his mojo. Cassie Budd said, go Dad and Uncle Matt, love from Sadie. Go Dad and Uncle Matt from Sadie. Now I'm going to assume that Shane King's daughter. Wayne Hopkins supporting Shane King. Bruce Nisbet chiming in there. Good chase Trenticles. What does Corbin Wilson do here? Do we see a massive upset here with the Trent Urbina machine, possibly capable of making a nuisance of himself, taking out the number 1 qualifier? How will this play out here? Urbina gets out to that outside second zone through the touch and go. Corbin Wilson got to be careful here not to trap himself in the wrong position and have to work for it. Good run here from both drivers. This is one of the better battles that we've seen. That's where Corbin Wilson has the horsepower advantage there, just able to sit that little bit closer through that touch and go through the centre section there. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, though, for Trent Urbina. Corbin Wilson, great runs there from both drivers. Let me know what you think in live stream land. Give me a thumbs up for Trent. Give me a heart for Corbin. Give me a thumbs up for Trent. And give me a heart for Corbin. Or just let me know if you think it should go one more time. I'd be okay with it one more time. I have no problem with it one more time for good battles. I just hate one more times when the battle's shit. 0-0s do not deserve a one more time. They should just put both people on the trailer, I reckon. Now, I can tell you that the judges are going to another replay. So the judges are going to another replay. They're still looking. They are still looking. So this is pretty close here. The judges are still looking at the replay. Sky Zhao has locked in a result. The other two are looking. So Sky Zhao's locked in a result. The other two judges are looking. Usually Sky's the mean judge who calls the harsh way. Joe and Tux are the nicer ones. Still looking, still looking. We have 2 locked in. We have 3 locked in, and we're going one more time. We are going one more time. Great job, boys. Well done. You are going one more time. You got the Celine Dion cranking, buddy. You got the Celine Dion cranking. Trent Urbina's into it. Corbin just gave us the nod. He's like, yeah, that's okay. That was a decent battle. I'm okay with that call. Lisa King saying, go Shane. Where's the Dan Costello fans at in the Mud Babies S13? There's got to be some Dan Costello fans out there. The Kings are outnumbering you at the moment, doing a great job here backing Shane and Matt. There's so much smoke coming off the back of Costello there. Just a big rolling burnout into his entry there. Certainly making his intentions known is Dan Costello, and he has come to life in the chase. Where was this Dan Costello earlier? Costello all over Shane King at the moment in the Mud Babies 13. He's just got to hang it together here. Putting together a great chase run is Dan Costello in his competition debut. Put your hands together as they come around that final corner. Costello and King. Now that was a good battle. That was a good battle. The boys have come to life this afternoon. It was messy this morning because it was like an ice skating rink out there. There was water everywhere. There was sort of standing puddles. And it was all sorts of ugly. But now that Costello has a dry track, looks like a completely different driver. This is going to be very important here for Shane. He's got to maintain proximity. For Costello, he's got to hit those outside zones. He's got to get up the track. He's stretching the legs there. Run away a little bit from... Oh, he's gone to the inside too far. Costello hard on the front, on the brake. Had to settle that car. He's got out of that. It's got untidy for Costello out front. And here comes Shane King. You saw there where Costello cranked that car to angle, and there's a whole heap of water coming out the front of that car there. I think there's is there a sprayer in the front there, Kat, or is that getting hot? Is that real hot, or is there a sprayer? Because there is a lot of fluid coming out the front of that car. Is that hot? Is that overheating? There is a lot of fluid coming out the front just under that bar there. Is that water? Is there a sprayer? It's all good. It's not bleeding horsepower. Just checking. It is going through Shane King. Shane King goes through. But a great competition debut there from Dan Costello. Hello, Aidan Daly. Good to see you tuned in. I tell you what though, if Dan Costello keeps driving like that as we work through the rounds, he's going to be one to watch, I think. Just getting a nod there from the judges going, yep, you might not be as full of shit as you usually are. Probably still am, but hey, sometimes people agree with me. Not always. But yes, that is Shane King through. So basically all he needed was a little plug there from Sadie. That was the key there. Sadie sends you love and Shane drives out of his skin. All right, we go to one more time now. Trent Urbina. Way to go, Shane from Ashley. I swear every time Trent comes out, there's a new dent on that car. Or a piece missing or something or other. Has he got the Celine Dion crank, Cat? Seems to, yeah, it's brought him back to life. He's got the old JBL boombox in the back there. Hello, Mr. McNamara. I see you tuned in there from Christchurch. Glenn McNamara, of course, formerly part of the team here at MSC, ex-official photographer. Well done, Shane, from your grandfather in Queensland. That's Wayne Hopkins. Good to see. I love having grandparents tuned in. I always wonder how many beers deep they are by lunchtime. Got nothing else to do. You're retired, right? What a... Trent Abina is just an absolute nuisance. He's just a menace. Go Shane doing it for Sadie and the twins. Let's go Trent from Tyler West. Somebody just said we need to make sure that Tux has water this year. Apparently Tux dehydrated last time, so make sure Tux is hydrated. Usually when someone says that to me, it means I should have more beers, but I don't think we should give you any beers, Tux. Tux on a few beers is probably Kampai. Kampai, of course, one of our sponsors this year. Have a little bit of the red face going on, probably, right? And it wouldn't be sunburn. So everything Trent Abina did, Corbin Wilson just absolutely returning serve there. The Drift Fox just making a nuisance of himself here and putting the pressure on. Have we seen enough this time to get a decision out of our judges? Put your hands together again as they come back down the straight. Tux needs to compete. That's from Tyler West. I reckon we'll probably have I reckon maybe one day we'll have an MSC All-Stars and Tux will compete. We'll just bring back all the champions, and I reckon we can convince Sky to drive as well. We'll just bring back just the champions once we get to 8. What do you reckon, Sky? We'll wait till we get to 8 champions. Well, let's get to 6 champions and then have you and Tux drive. What do you reckon? Yeah? You keen? Because that means we only need this year, and then I can make you do it, right? Because we've got Jeremy, we've got Corbin, we've got Tyler, we've got Jordan. So once we get, we can make this work. Let's go Wilson from Trudy. Do we have a decision, judges? Watching another replay here. Both drivers made absolute nuisances of themselves in the chase position. Only real separation maybe back through that touch and go through the middle there. Maybe just you see the horsepower a little bit of Corbs' car. Trent's car, of course, powered by 3 rubber bands. Are we watching it? Oh, we're watching again, are we? Still looking. Still looking. No, we have... No. Still not quite there. Still not quite there. There's still one judge deliberating. And now it isn't. The reason I'm waiting here is because it is important, because I do want to be able to give the drivers accurate feedback in terms of how this is scored. So we have a win to Corbin Wilson. So Corbin Wilson goes through, but we do have one judge who said it should have been a one more time. So it's a split decision there. So we had 2 votes Corbs and 1 for another OMT. Trent is doing very well. Aidan Daly, I'd love to see you here. Bring back Roan Allison. That's what we need. Off-roaning. The mosquito. Roan Allison. We need Roan back. Where is Roan, by the way? Is he in the pits? Maybe we should have like a pest battle, like maximum 50 horsepower per car, and just crash into each other. I don't know. No, no. Is that what 8-6 day is, Joe? Oh, okay. I haven't been to that. They don't let me into those things. Hello, Mr. Fastnage. What have you missed? What have you missed? Well, you missed a one more time battle between Trent and Corbin. That was pretty solid. You missed a pretty solid drive from Dan Costello, but unfortunate to go out. You have missed out. You missed Riley McEwen's out. Riley McEwen blew a diff. Yeah, I think maybe yeah. Look, it could have been quite close there between Trent Abena and Corbin Wilson, but that is why I was waiting, because this is a development series. Yeah, because this is a development series, I do want drivers to know when there is a call that is split like that. So I think that's important for them to know that it was very close in terms of 2 votes one way and another getting a single vote. As we watch Jason Wu lead away Kyle Short. Jason Wu for Drift Academy and Kyle Short for Cambridge Automotive 2017 Limited. Pretty solid here from Kyle Short in the chase position. Jason Wu doing kind of what we'd expect him to do out there in the leading position. Just had a request to see if we can see the battle tree. Just for there's a few people who've just joined in wanting to see what the battle tree looks like. So we'll see if we can get that up at some point for you. Apparently the chat box now has a distinct smell of Lynx Africa since Jake is here. It's a bit of an in-house joke if you haven't been with us before at MSC, the Lynx Africa sponsorship, the Jakey Award, the Parsnip that we give away each year for the most improved driver. I'm hoping Sky will make me a nice trophy this year for that, the Jakey Award, the most improved, rather than last year's Parsnip, which Ryan actually did tell me that he stuck that in his front bumper and then trailered the car home, and by the time he got home to Kumiu, it was parsnip plus bugs all over it. Apparently it wasn't particularly edible at that point. Kyle Short's got some herbs underneath the bonnet of that car. Perhaps doesn't have the, hasn't had. Oh, Jason's made a huge mistake off the inside there. Wu put a wheel right through the inside of the track there. Will that cost him a battle potentially? Did he tag the wall then? Just through the finish? I think it was after the line, but I'm pretty sure he just took a little bit off the back of that car there. Hey, Kat, can you hear me? I want to know if he tagged this wall here. I think he did tag. Yeah, he did tag the wall right there. Just a slight little love tap. All right, if you have a look at that rear bumper there on the Cambridge Automotive machine, there'll be a little bit of a love scuff on that rear bumper. I think the question here probably is, how much of a deduction does Wu potentially get as he comes back through the inside here, because he's wound the angle off completely, then ends up in the wrong position on the inside of the track and drags a wheel around the inside. But I'm not the judge, so this is what I saw out of it. So let me just confirm there. So Jason Wu goes through. Jason Wu gets the call, but we do have one judge calling for a one more time. So it was 2 to Jason and a one more time. 2 to Jason and a one more time. And you can see where it's bent that rear little bar in on the corner of Kyle Short's car. Oh, you just Sky's just talking to me there. Sorry, Sky. What's the clarification there from you?
So yeah, just looking at the lead versus chase, and lead versus lead, chase versus chase.
The second run, which when Kyle was leading, I definitely completely missed zone 1, zone 2. Inner clip is okay, but it's a little bit too far this way. But and zone 3, those are the majority zones. Let's make it also a little bit hard for the chase car to chase. And overall, just taking the lead versus lead and the proximity all together. So there you go. It's the Jason. Jason did definitely have a cut there. But as the lead car is very shallow the whole way, there's no space or line to follow. So that's hence we go with that.
Okay, thank you, judges. I'm just looking now at the big pile of grass that's sitting across the inside, right on where those cars are going to come through that outer zone there. So, judges, do you guys want that cleaned up just before we release cars, or no? No, they're going to release them. No. So I think, so I think there's just some communication there with race control. Just they do want to clean up the inside there, because that probably will be where the chase car will come through the inside of that corner. So maybe a good chance to bring up that battle tree now if we can, producer. So just taking a look at where we're sitting so far in the order. At the moment we have Corbin Wilson going through over Trent Abena, and he's into the top 4. He's up against Shane King. Those two have definitely done battle before. Jason Wu into the top 4 over Kyle Short, and he's awaiting the outcome of the Brodie Warren and Michael Spicer battle. So just doing a clean up there on the inside of the corner, and we'll be underway again. There we go with Brodie Warren leading away, pair of the D-Spec BMWs. Sky Zhao's instruction is pretty clear, don't crash into each other. Both of these D-Spec racing cars prepared in-house here. Oh, and around goes Michael Spicer. And that is a massive trench that Spice has just dug through the inside of the track there. So that is definitely going to need a clean up there. Cat was just waiting for a chance to go and jump on the sweeper. That has just sent dirt flying all over through the inside of there. Doesn't that silage smell magnificent as it comes past each time? Do you appreciate that scent? Yeah, that wasn't Rowan. That wasn't how we imagined getting you back on track. But look, we got you out there, some way, shape, or form. Rowan Ellison, of course, giving us some great moments here at MSC with. We call him the mosquito because his chasing was ultra aggressive, and he was all over whatever was in front of him. Ended up on the podium at one round with what we believe was about 45 horsepower. Go the King Boys from Slavica Ralph. These boys do love using their power tools. I do, by the way, if anyone out there works for a power tool company, Sky would appreciate some sponsorship. We could do with some new blowers. We could definitely do with some new blowers. So if you got some stuff to give away, we could do with some new blowers here at the track. We'll give you lots of plugs and shout outs, etc. But we don't want to pay retail. In fact, we don't want to pay at all. Give us some tools, so get a good workout. Michael Spicer, definitely. Michael Spicer with a big correction there Brodie Warren having to check up there to avoid smashing into the other D-Spec machine. And I'd say that's probably all she wrote for this battle. Spicer, we know, was already at a massive disadvantage from the first battle. Don't imagine that will be overly difficult. There it is, Brodie Warren getting the call. Brodie Warren getting the call there, goes through. Well done, Brodie, and you lock in a battle with Jason Wu. I feel like today's really just flowing, isn't it? We're at the top 4 already. Like, we're just racing through this. Again, if anyone's listening, yeah, free tools. That's what we want. Sky wants free blowers. We need to clean up the track regularly. So, if you got a hookup for some power tools, then Sky will gratefully accept them here at the track. Maybe he'll teach you to drift or something. And if you missed it earlier, then we'll do the Knockout Kings one day with the MSC champions. 6 of them plus Tux and Sky. Oh, were you going to tell me about that like after that event? Apparently I'm now working 2 days. Oh, am I supposed to be here? Wait, am I supposed to be here or not? No, I don't need to be here. Hey, you're going to drive. So you're going to drive. You're going to. So we, okay. Apparently MSC Kings is the day after Summer Bash now. I have to judge. I'm judging and commentating. All right. I'm a terrible judge, right? Because I'll just give the win to whoever gives me the most whiskey. Like, if you turn up with whiskey, bring a sausage roll and whiskey and some coffee, you're good. Straight wins. That's how we roll. You had enough, boys. Time to go home. Had enough? Done? Out of here? Hope you enjoyed your day, boys. Have a good time. Drive home safe. Into the 4 we go. Into the 4 we go. Shane King. I know there's going to be some support online for him. And Corbin Wilson. Always plenty of support for the Drift Fox out there. Who's going to get the early points lead here? Is it going to be the defending champion? Or will it be Shane King? Shane, we've had a lot of messages already of support for you. Sadie's tuned in, cheering you on. So top 4 time, Shane King and Corbin Wilson. Refresh my memory, do we have a 3rd and 4th battle or not? I don't remember if we do. No? Now this is kind of what we expect here as we get down to the pointy end of battles. We see these boys stepping up. See the speed start to pick up a little bit. We start to see a little bit more angle. Just that proximity picks up as both drivers start to show their A game here. Corbin Wilson in the lead. Shane King in the chase now. Corbin Wilson has stretched the legs there, just been able to create a little bit of distance there over Shane King. Nice and tidy out front from the Fox. And that is the reason he is a 2-time champion. Great sportsmanship there from Shane as always. Just the arm out the window acknowledging Corbin Wilson for a solid lead run. Hello Christine Townsend supporting Shane King. Corbin Wigglesworth also supporting Corbin. Probably one of those naughty boys I saw doing one of those burnouts on that social media stuff, but we won't bring that up. I don't think you guys were doing that on private property and it didn't at all look like there was any Gisborne Powerades involved in that one. Has the Wilson Z got a different motor in it? Yes, it has, Jake. It's got an LS1 in it because Corbin blew up the big one. Here comes the Drift Fox right on the rear quarter there of Shane King. Shane King doing a nice job out front here, but Corbin Wilson just applying the pressure here. Shane King gives it a kick there. Flattened out the angle there a little bit, did Shane King. Has he set himself up nicely to lay it right out there? And here comes the Drift Fox on the rear quarter there. Drift Fox, Corbin Wilson putting the pressure on. The hand comes out the window. And both drivers, great job there. Hands out the window from both, just saying that they both appreciated that battle. And you see Corbin Wilson there, he's pumped in the car. Little bit of a clap, little sign of respect there from both drivers. That's what we like to see. MSC, of course, is a development series, and part of developing as a driver, of course, is showing the respect and sportsmanship to your peers. So the judges just watching a replay as the judges. Sorry, I'm getting myself confused now. The judges are watching a replay as the drivers eagerly await a result. And no one has... So we have another split call, but going into the final is Corbin Wilson 2-1. So Corbin goes through 2-1. So I do want to understand this one here because so Joe, if we could go to you, just because you've called that a different way. You're going to have to get used to this, Joe. You're joining me on the commentary team. See that button there? That's an on button. And when the lights turn on, that means it's on. And then when we do that one, then she's unmuted. There we go. Now you can talk to me.
Thanks, Warren. Yeah, I went with Shane because I felt that he was deeper in each zone than Corbin was. But yeah, it was a good battle.
It's fun being part of the broadcast team with me, isn't it, Joe? Hey, just throwing you under the bus. You did tell me that. Actually, did you tell me you were going to call the final while you were judging? Is that what you said before? No?
Nah.
Did I make that one up?
You said something about calling qualifying, but I don't know if my brain can do that many things at once.
All right. So Joe, of course, joins the broadcasting team this year with us for D1NZ as our pit reporter after many years being in race control, having handed that over to Sammy and Nikki. She'll be bringing you all the insights from pit lane. There's a lot of furniture being moved. Did you guys bring all those chairs with you? No, that's a lot of chairs. Jason Wu and Brodie Warren. This is the other top 4 battle, competing for a spot in the final. And will we see the regular combatants, or will Brodie Warren upset? Oh, Brodie Warren has overcooked it. And you will have seen there just the subtle head movement from Brodie just in frustration. He knew that he cooked that one as soon as he did it. And that is a massive advantage to Jason Wu. Jason completes his run as he needs to. Do you know what I saw the other day that was quite cool? I saw someone fly a drone in the window of a moving car. I wonder if we can do that. Switch over now. So just confirming, we do not have a third and fourth battle, do we? We don't have a third and fourth. We just have first and second. So third place goes to the higher qualified driver. Third place goes to the higher qualified driver. So Brodie Warren, nice tidy job out front there with Jason Wu in the chase position. Oh no! So I just said Brodie's name and he spun around. So clearly commentator's hex from me, and that will send Jason Wu through. So no real need for the replays there, and I believe we're going to go to a quick ad and pay some bills, and we'll be back with you shortly as we remark the track for the final. And just officially confirming Jason Wu through, and there is one battle left here today.
CRC 556, the toolkit in a can.
Drifting probably one of the fastest growing motorsport. Seeing the young people especially come through the sport and how well they do, that's the same excitement that I had back in the day when I was in the seat.
The start of it all was when Dad bought some cars and started doing skids around town. It was just the thrill of it, like being sideways, throwing heaps of smoke out, just trying not to crash.
As a father, I see he just continually surprises me and yeah, makes you really proud. If we work hard, put the effort in, let's just see where it takes us. So yeah, win, lose or draw, we just go hard and go out and enjoy it.
Everyone wants to go to Japan. That's like the pinnacle of drifting. That's where it started, and I think that's where I want my future to be.
CRC 556, the toolkit in a can.
Drifting probably one of the fastest growing motorsport. Seeing the young people especially come through the sport and how well they do, that's the same excitement that I had back in the day when I was in the seat.
All right, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. It is final time here at the MSC Challenge, round number 1 for 25-26. Number 1 qualifier, battles number 2. That's the way it goes here. And we're about to find out who gets first blood in the MSC Challenge Series for 25-26. Drivers competing for FD Japan licenses. Now, of course, both of these two drivers actually already have licenses, so potentially could see that license cascade down the field if our esteemed colleague from FD Japan deems so fit after our final rounds 3 and 4 here on the 14th and 15th of December. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, one final time here. Head-to-head, Corbin Wilson had to work hard today. He's had to go one more time against Trent Abina. Jason Wu, slightly more straightforward route through to the final, but he also made a mistake and had a massive inside wheel off, which saw a clean up on track. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out as Will lets them go, and away we go for the final. It is Corbin Wilson, the Drift Fox, a pro-wear in the 350Z with the LS underneath the bonnet. Jason Wu in the S14. Right on the door is Jason Wu. He's come to life in the final, ladies and gentlemen, putting the pressure on the Drift Fox. He knows he can't give him any space. Jason Wu cranks on the handbrake, gives it a big kick again, dumps the clutch. Jason Wu has run the angle out of the car though. Jason Wu trying to close up now, running around, Jason Wu running around that inside line there, trying to close up the proximity, but the Drift Fox doing the Drift Fox things. Out front, nice job there, Corbin Wilson. Jason Wu, I think with a bit of work to do here, a little bit out of sorts today, Jason Wu, it seems. Saw that anger there, but you'll take a look and you watch the replay here as they come around the teardrop. Now it's freestyle through the middle of here. You can sort of sit wherever you want, but Jason Wu's had to take all the angle out of the car just there to almost see the front wheels flat. Now he didn't come out of drift, but potential for a mark down there. Corbin in the meantime just displaying that smooth flowing form that we've become so used to. There's an Audi that's about to get run over by a very big tractor in the driveway. Somebody tell Luke to move, he's in the way. One final battle potentially. Now all I'll get told here is that we have a result, and then I will announce on the podium who is in first place, and that will of course give us the second place result. That is the way that we do it here at MSC. Third place we know is already defined by the qualifying results. Here comes the Fox. Jason Wu nice and wide there in the Drift Academy S14. Throwing down a nice tidy lead run here as Jason Wu opens up the door for Corbin Wilson. Says, come and get me, young fella. Jason Wu just, again, having a little bit of trouble with the angle there into that third outside zone, and out through the concluding lap they go. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Is that it? Is that one final time? Wu versus the Fox again. Do we have a result? Woo versus the Fox. Do we have a result? We'll go to the judges and see if something's locked in. Let me know in live stream land who you think wins. Give me a thumbs up for Woo and give me a heart for the Fox. Give me a thumbs up for Woo and give me the heart for the Fox. Hang around and watch the prize giving with us because I don't get to give you the result. All I get told is that we have one. Then we go to the podium and you find out who your victor is. So thumbs up for Woo, hearts for the Drift Fox Corbin Wilson, who gets the early points here at MSC Challenge round number 1. Do we have a result, judges? Do we have a result? We do have a result. It is a one more time with all 3 judges having a different result. It is a full split with all 3 judges having a different result. So we had one for Corbin, one for Jason, and a one more time. So a full split. Corbs is okay with that. Corbin just nodding his head. He's in agreement with that decision. Did you want to talk about that one, judges, or are we just going to send them again? I don't know if they're going for tyres or not, whether they're coming straight back. We're going to Jo. She's worked out how to turn on the mic. Judge Jo?
Thanks, Warren. Yeah, I really liked Jason's lead on Zone 1. He was shallow as he exited in his chase, but Corbin wasn't as deep as he could have been as well. But his aggression on his entry Zone 1 as well, I really liked.
So I don't think I've ever seen all 3 of you disagree before too. So everyone's seeing different stuff. So Sky, Tux, anything you guys want to add to that? Just where did you see the strengths and weaknesses?
Yeah, so the first run is when Corbin was leading and Jason was chasing. So Corbin had a nice lead run, but not as deep in some of the zones as Jason did. So if you compare lead versus lead, they are very, very good. Arguably, Jason has a slightly better in some zones. In terms of the chase, they are also coming very close. So Jason has a super aggressive chase coming into turn 1 and holding the whole way around the sweeper, almost touching Corbin was perfect. Even leading in zone 2 and zone 3, the timing, the synchronized drifting looks really good. And now coming out of the zone 4 where he had made a little bit correction behind Corbin, where Corbin sort of holds a better line and better angle, coming out to the sweeper up back onto the straight, where Jason had a little bit cut to try to gain proximity, where Corbin stayed behind, matched the angle. As a lead, I prefer Jason's lead, and as a chase, it's also very close, but Corbin definitely has slightly better chase. So hence, personally, I've given it one more time from here.
And Tux, it's always interesting. Just for my entertainment, please give your feedback completely in Japanese. Just fully Japanese, because no one will understand. And Sky just talked for ages. Nobody will understand. Sky just said lots of things. Japanese only, please. Yep. Japanese only.
はい、ですね、僕今回思ったのが、ジェイソンが、セカンドラウンドの時にすごくインカットしたんですね。で、そこがすごく、僕の中でディラクションポイントが大きかったので、コーブンが、ポイントを取ったという形になります。
Thank you, Judge Tux. Always enjoys it when I throw him underneath the bus here. I do it at least once a round. So one more time it is. We go again. The Drift Fox and Mr. Wu. Shout out to all of our volunteers and track staff, by the way, who have done a great job out there in tough conditions. Wet this morning with puddles everywhere, and now pretty hot this afternoon. Here we go again. Mr. Fox leads and Jason Wu in the chase. Similar sort of battle as last time, with Jason Wu putting the pressure on to Corbin Wilson. Falls back now, transitions, snaps it back to Angle. Corbin Wilson, nice job out front here, opens the door up, allows Jason Wu some space there. Jason Wu, again, that same little steering input as they go to that third outer zone there. We saw a mark down for that before. Nice chase job here from Wu, but a great lead from Corbin Wilson is what's enabled that. So you just take a look at that replay one more time out there in live stream land. Now, have we got Corbin Wilson calling mechanical here or going for tyres? Or is it might just, we have seen this before where Corbin Wilson's car does get hot, so sometimes they ask for a cool down. Yeah, it's a cool down lap there. The LS just wants a bit of airflow going through it. Sort of had a repeat of, I think this happened last time they battled as well. Just give it as much airflow as possible, try and get those intake temps down so that each driver's got maximum available horsepower, put on the best show possible. I'm sure Corbin will be thinking too that he's going to be tucked into the chase position, sucking in hot air from the Jason Wu car, so he'll want to get that thing cooled down just so that it doesn't hit any safety cuts with the Haltech on board. Probably the best part of 23, 24 degrees here, so that's why the drivers are doing this. Almost there, ladies and gentlemen, almost there. We appreciate you being with us out there in live stream land, checking out the final here in the first round of MSC Challenge for 25-26. Jason Wu initiates, Corbin Wilson straight into the chase position there. Nice and aggressive there from both drivers, filling up that outside zone, both through the touch and go. Jason Wu maybe a touch too much angle through the touch and go there. Seemed to possibly check up Corbin Wilson there. See if the judges possibly mark that down there, but again, almost a carbon copy there. Just so hard to separate two drivers who know each other really well. Put your hands together on the fence for Jason Wu, Corbin Wilson. Don't crash into each other after the finish line, boys. See if we have a result. I feel like the judges will need at least one replay. Again, let me know in live stream land what you think there. Give me the thumbs up for Mr. Wu. Give me the heart for Corbin Wilson. So thumbs up for Mr. Wu and the heart for Corbin Wilson. Let me know in live stream land who you think has won that one. The drone's just having a rest on the track down there, just sitting between the cars. I do still want to see if we can fly a drone through a moving car, by the way. So we're looking at a side-by-side replay. Side-by-side replay for the judges to further deliberate. So, do we have enough to make a decision? Do the judges have enough to make a decision? We've already seen a one more time call. That remains a possibility. Usually the more replays you see, the closer it is to going again. Although sometimes there is a minute detail that was missed the first time that's picked up by the judges. That's why they're the judges. Plenty of experience between Tux Taria, Sky Zhao and Joe Mulder in terms of deliberating over various drift battles over the years. Do we have a result? Just still, right, still looking. Our race control. We have a result, all right? So bring out our podium, please. And drivers, if you could bring your cars over to the podium area, we have a result. And we will hand over the silverware very shortly. Again, let us know in the live stream land who you think is going to get the win. Thumbs up for Jason and a heart for Corbin Wilson. Be back with you shortly as we hand out the silverware. Us on the track is officially closed for the day, so if you want to join us out here for the prize giving, you're more than welcome to make your way over onto the track area. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, round number 1 of the MSC Challenge for 25-26 is now done and in the books. And thank you so much to all 14 of our drivers for being here. Thank you also to our track staff. Could I have a round of applause for the track staff and volunteers first, please? And keep that going for yourselves as well. All 14 drivers doing a great job today. But we are now down to the business end of today. It is time to hand over some silverware. And we welcome to the podium, first of all, finishing in 3rd place today off a solid qualifying result and going all the way through to the top 4, Brodie Warren. Congratulations, Brodie Warren, 3rd place. Hold it up there and the media team will grab a little shot of you. All right, and the way that we do this here at MSC Challenge is I have a board in front of me. I don't know the result. I just get told there is a result, and then I flip it over, and I read out who wins, and that gives us also who finishes in 2nd place. So your winner for round number 1 of the MSC Challenge for 2025 is the Drift Fox, Corbin Wilson. Corbin Wilson gets the win, which means that Jason, you will be in 2nd place, presenting the silverware to our winner for the day is Judge Joe. Judge Joe presenting the trophy. Trophy's up. Corbs, smile. You've been there, done that before, mate. That way. Camera's over there, bro. Come on, you've done this before. And Jason, if you could come forward to accept your trophy for 2nd place as well. Presenting your trophy is Judge Tux. All right, gentlemen, if you could look at the cameras, please. Trophy's up. Looking at the... Stop talking to each other that way. He's learned. Jason's learned. That's as happy as Jason gets. Well done. All right, it's now time to work through our sponsor prizes as well. Thank you, as always, to all of our sponsors here of MSC. Thank you to Manol. Thank you, Manol, for sponsoring us, regular sponsor of the series. Again, still looking at these guys. Jason, this is going to hurt, but you've got to keep smiling, bro. Look, I know it's hard. It's hard for me too. Look at them. Camera smiling. Got it. We got it, boys. Yeah. Yep. And next one is Ting Tools. Thank you to Ting Tools. Yeah. Jason, same. More smile. Same smiling. More smiling. More smiling that way. And next, I think might be, is this? Put those ones down. What do we got next, Jerry? Is that big? Was it the big brown? Is our promo girl, Will? Round of applause for Will. Done a great job all day. Great legs, Will. Great legs. Prizes from Haltech. Thank you to Haltech. Hold that one up. What do we got now, Sky? That's the Racer Products steering wheel and a winner and a $100 voucher. That's 100 for 2nd. So steering wheel for the winner. Corbs, by the way, looking pretty good for a solid Trade Me auction after this. A few more things to go for the. I think you're funding Sophia's car now, aren't you? Is that right? You're funding your sister's build now. That's what I heard. You don't know this yet, but you're going to be driving at Gisborne at the D1 round. I just haven't talked to Sean about it yet. He doesn't know, but we didn't do that on a live stream. It's fine. Alrighty, and one final thank you to CRC for their support as always. Looking at the cameras again, boys. And that's it, and we have one final to go, don't we? I think it's time to let the bottles fly, is it, boys? It's bottle time. It's bottle time. This is my favorite part, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, your podium for today. In 3rd place, Brodie Warren. In 2nd place, it is Jason Wu, and your winner today. Put your hands together for the Drift Fox, Corbin Wilson. Time for the bottles, boys. Hopefully, someone's taught Corbin how to open one of these. No. Jason, you got to pull the... That's what you get for smiling, Jason. Brodie Warren's happy. One more time, boys. Up on... Get him! One more time, boys. Up on the podium and Just a little bit more of a champagne shower. We're sort of, Sean, we've had a bit of a tradition, right? Whenever Corbin wins, someone does a shoey. Who's doing it today? Jason. You want to see Jason do it? You want to see Jason do the shoey for Corbs, yeah? Shoey, Jace. Shoey, do a shoey, Jace. Only at the end, only at the end. You want to see Brody do it? You guys want to see Brody do it? He's not of age. Corbs can't do it. We're still on camera. We can't do it. Does anyone want to volunteer to do one? No? Are we done? Do you want to do it, Kat? No? Cole? Someone? All right. Are we done? Because I got to drive home. I can't do it. No, I'm definitely not doing it on the live stream because it's a very bad look for me to do it. All right, so we're done, ladies and gentlemen. One more time for your final three. Brody Warren, third place. Jason Wu and Corbin Olsen, your champion. We'll see you once again on the 29th of this month for round number 2, and then our final on the weekend of the 14th and 15th. If you are leaving now, drive home safely, and we'll see you online, and we'll see you another time.
CRC 556, the toolkit in a can.
Drifting probably one of the fastest growing motorsport. Seeing the young people especially come through the sport and how well they do, that's the same excitement that I had back in the day when I was in the seat.
The start of it all was when Dad bought some cars and started doing skids around town. It was just the thrill of it, like being sideways, throwing heaps of smoke out, just trying not to crash.
As a father, I see he just continually surprises me and yeah, makes you really proud. If we work hard, put the effort in, let's just see where it takes us. So yeah, win, lose or draw, we just go hard and go out and enjoy it.
Everyone wants to go to Japan. That's like the pinnacle of drifting. That's where it started, and I think that's where I want my future to be.